What about sort of expectations? Do you have any sort of mismatch on sort of expectations? We speak to a lot of CEOs who have a view of what marketing can deliver, should deliver, in what sort of time frame. Was there any mismatch there in terms of expectations?
Not really. So I think that's something that you need to be super careful about when you're interviewing, because I would hate to be in a situation where I can fail within my, first 2 months. Like, you should not be like, unless you do something like super audacious, you should not be able to like totally suck at your new job within the first 2 months, because you're still onboarding. And so I think you have to be just super open about it and basically ask the founder or whoever is interviewing you, like, basically, so what does success look like in this role? Because it's a new role and you have no one else to ask. So you need to like find out if you're aligned on that at all. I fortunately did my homework and kind of figured out that, okay, well, first of all, Otto is like a serial entrepreneur and he's founded multiple companies and sold them and like done this a million times over. So he knows exactly that things don't happen overnight and there's no such thing as a silver bullet in marketing, and you have to just kind of like do the work and watch the numbers go up little by little. But I can totally see that, especially with younger founders with maybe less experience from other companies, where they would be like, okay, I need 1 million MQLs by tomorrow, go.
And would you drill in? I mean, would you go deep into that, rather than sort of, look, what are your expectations or what does success look like? Would you sort of drill into, talk to me about your strategy at the moment? What's your pipeline like? What are your conversion rates? Would you drill in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool. Like, you want to, like, before you join a startup, because there's no financials anywhere publicly normally in these cases, you don't know if they're making any money. You don't know if they're making a profit or a loss. So you want to understand, what kind of money are we talking about? Is it like pennies? What's the pricing model if it's not like available? What's the like go-to-market plan in the first place? Like, is it going to be self-serve? Is it going to be sales assisted? You just want to understand like how the business is doing, how many paying customers they have, like basic stuff like that. People don't ask this, but I feel like it's like a given for me that I would never join a company without knowing what I'm, getting into. Because especially in marketing, because like I said, those like early customers feed into all of your marketing, or they should. And if you don't have them yet, you basically don't have a product market fit. And then it's a whole different ball game to like you're starting like 5 steps behind. And so I don't think I would have personally joined like a pre-product market fit company. What, funnily enough, sold me to Swarmia was listening on a recording of a prospect being given a demo of Swarmia. And this guy's eyes like lit up seeing the product. And I was like, okay, so I don't understand what we're talking about because I'm not a VP of engineering, but I know that there's something here. So like you need to validate that they're like the product is good, first of all, but then also that the business is viable and that most importantly, let your skills match what they're doing. Because like I could be amazing at self-serve SaaS and then go into a situation where like marketing sales alignment is key and like it's high touch sales and all of that. So all of a sudden like all my skills wouldn't be applicable for them anymore.
Yeah. I love the idea of actually you listening to a call with a prospect. I think that's a really, really good idea.
That's a top tip for CEOs.
Yeah, big time. We're seeing a few more product marketers, getting more involved in sort of product demos and stuff like that. So, but it's the first time I've sort of heard it from a sort of standalone role.
Yeah, and it was totally anonymous. I still don't know who it was. They had like cut it so that I had no idea who it was. I could just like hear what they were saying and they were super excited. And I was like, okay, no, I'm excited too.
Awesome.